Welcome to AI Champions. I'm your host, Chris Budihas. I'm here in the studio, but joining me remotely from beautiful Orlando, Florida, where the house of mouths exists, is Michael with Bravetto. Hey, Michael, how are you?
Hey, man, it's so good to see you, Chris. How are you doing today?
No, I'm doing wonderful. Thanks for taking time to come on AI Champions. So, Bravetto, tell us, what is this company, why do you exist, and what are you guys going to do in the future?
Man, okay, what is this company? This company is a digital transformation agency. So we support the marketing technology sector. So if you're looking to automate, if you're looking to create extraordinary personalized digital experiences for customers, clients, prospects, we build that from, we build it, we have out-of-the-box solutions, we have custom solutions. So we design that based on your brand. So giving organizations the ability to personalize and customize at an enterprise level on a shoestring budget is what we do.
Yeah.
Why we do it. So I've been a digital marketer for the past 15 years. In 2021, when Facebook and Apple broke up and you could no longer get the data that you needed as a digital marketer, I was running Facebook ads, Google. What we found was we were just seeing lead costs go through the roof, doubling, tripling in some cases. We were seeing cost to acquire a customer go through the roof. And so we started to really take a step back and say, well, what does the future look like? What is data sovereignty? How do we ensure people's data is respected and valued, and we're actually delivering worthy experiences based on the data they're sharing with us? And so, we really took a hard look at that and said, we need to build more trust in the marketplace. We need to help brands be able to connect in ways that they've never connected before and really make those transactions worthwhile. So my sister had a very rare blood disease called aplastic anemia. And so it was through modern technology, through extraordinary, modern miracles of medicine that she survived, and she's with us today. So that Bravetto is kind of a nod to her. Bravery is the symbol for aplastic anemia. I've got it on my wrist there.
Yeah,
and so, the brave, so stepping out and doing something that's not been done before, meets etto, which is the diminutive of those things that are small can still be powerful.
That's huge, man. So you've been in this space for a while. We're talking off camera. I mean, you've seen evolution over time. How do you think this is going to change the game for industry? I mean, marketing applies to every business, right? If you don't have a brand, you don't have marketing efforts, whether it's in-house or with a fractional company, you're probably due to fail. So how are you guys using that AI, and what's that return on investment for your clients?
Yeah, we're seeing 3, 4, 5, 6x improvements across the board, across all customer touch points. So when it comes to click-through rates through advertising on the third-party platforms, or opt-in rates, or cost to acquire a customer, we're seeing dramatic improvements there just by creating more digital experiences that are personalized. So if I go to a website and I'm interested in something, I usually have to just poke around and navigate through it. But now we've created these pretty extraordinary AI agents that are role and system prompted that can communicate effectively. I know I have spent a lot of time avoiding those little chat bubbles at the right bottom side of any website because they're so dumb. I got into that game in 2019 when those first started coming out, and you've got all these decision trees, and you've got to build responses to any possible query, and it's just it becomes an absolute mess. Computers are really good at math. Turns out.
Yeah.
So let them do the math. Let us be the people. So we are focused on human connection, amplification of creative ideas, fast launches, moving to market with speed and precision. This is what the future is going to be about. And we were talking off camera earlier about time, and one of the things that I noticed coming out of the NVIDIA Developers Conference a couple of weeks ago, and then really looking at the scale at which these inference models and large language models are improving. You talk about Moore's law doubling in compute and reducing size by double. In every 2 years, we're talking the AI is doing that every 3 months. If you look at the benchmarks that are improving across the board. And so we bet hard on AI. Actually own about 1,000 .ai domains for micro SaaS services that we're doing across multiple verticals.
Yeah.
And so we're building an ecosystem, a thriving ecosystem of micro SaaS businesses, as well as delivering to our clients. And so just the speed at which things are changing, I think, is the most important thing, and the roles that are being displaced, and how you adopt new strategies in this new world to position yourself as an individual or as an organization to be able to deliver on the promises you make to your customers, and develop your skills, and be willing and flexible to change.
Yeah.
Bravetto, we don't believe in replacing humans with AI or AI agents. We believe that if you are able to duplicate an effort and get an AI agent to do it, you don't get fired, you get a promotion. And I think that's the way companies should be looking at it. And I think there's a fundamental shift in how we need to think about our organizations, how we build them, and the roles and people that we use to run them.
Man, I love what you said. I mean, if I could bottle that up and sell it, I would, because I think that's part of it, especially with our mid-size or medium-sized to large companies. Is how do you adopt? What does this mean? The education level, the people at the C-suite, the senior VP, level understand the tech. They don't need to be tech experts. They got to understand. I've talked to some folks. I do some networking around here, and then obviously nationally with some folks. Is the fact that people know they need AI, but are they given the right guidance, the right investment? And some of it, you just got to step back, use some design theory, and to kind of what's the problem we're trying to solve, and work through it, and be very smart. So for you with Bravetto, so you're willing to service, I can imagine, clients nationally, if not worldwide, correct?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, and is there any specific market? Does it matter what business type they are? Does it matter if they're in manufacturing or if they're in, I don't know, any other form of business production or services?
That's a really great question.
Yeah.
So at Bravetto, we focus on what's called the blue ocean strategy for most of our digital marketing, client development, and growth marketing frameworks. So
Yeah.
blue ocean strategy is it's much simpler than a lot of people think. It's very simple. It's just the ability to identify emerging markets, know what is moving quickly, and then the ability to stand out in the marketplace by filling a gap in the market that's not been filled before in a way that resonates with people specifically that are would not have been otherwise interested in your products or services, but because of a unique viewpoint that they have, being able to connect with them directly. So we, rather than focusing on industries, we focus on what are our markets. So we service visionary innovators, people who have
That's
a big
awesome.
idea who want to get it off the ground.
Yeah.
We focus on scaling enterprises, people who are, DTC brands, direct-to-consumer brands between 5 and 50 million who are struggling to modernize their technology stack.
Yeah.
And then we work with digital transformers, which are enterprise-grade, manufacturing, healthcare, logistics, any of those organizations who are not tech companies, who are really looking to modernize, who don't have the sufficient skills, capability, development teams who want to be able to do that and modernize those sort of legacy systems across enormous organizations. So we help educate, prepare, and then improve the tech stack so that they can actually deliver on their promises. And then we do the coaching and the education piece for the CEOs, for the C-suite, to help them be able to figure out, okay, how do I ensure that I'm using it? I've heard of CEOs saying, "Oh, we're adopting AI. We got everybody a Chat GPT subscription." I'm like, that's not it. That's just not it.
Yeah. Well, hey, Michael, I appreciate it. The one comment and then one question for you. It's funny, blue ocean strategy. I've heard that term in that book 5 times in the last 2 weeks. I bought the book. It's on my reading list for this weekend. So yeah, I understand the concept, and I'm looking forward to reading the book. Though it's been around for a while, 2018, but I love what you're saying there.
Yeah, and it's based on 100 years of research within, specifically with post-industrial boom, right? It's all of you think about Apple's Think Different campaign, or you think about Cirque du Soleil, who was able to create a new market and make competition irrelevant by taking, most most people who are adults didn't really go to the circus much anymore.
Yeah.
And then, you've got, your pretty extraordinary acrobatics and things like that. So taking those things, combining them in a new way that people haven't seen before, even
Yep.
though they are all have been done before.
Right.
How do you make those new and different and create something that is truly unique in the marketplace? And so that's so cool that you've got Blue Ocean Strategy.
Yeah.
I'm
So I'm
looking
not
forward
reading
to
this
catching
weekend.
up with you
Yeah.
after you read it.
Yeah, I love that you brought it up, and I love how you articulated that. So thank you very much. So Michael, last question. So Bravetto, how do folks find Bravetto, and how do they find you?
Yeah, absolutely. So you can go to LinkedIn and find me, Michael Mataluni. You can go to bravetto.com, bravetto.com. Check us out there. Come say hi. You can also, you pretty much find us anywhere. So,
Awesome.
yeah,
Well,
but love to connect.
yeah.
Love to help people who are looking to, create those digital transformations within their organizations and focus on how we can leverage human-centric AI to amplify creativity and to get tremendous results and build an organization that's rock solid and with a vision for the future.
That's wonderful, man. Hey, Michael, thanks for connecting with me on LinkedIn. Thanks for coming on AI Champions. I look forward to staying in contact and continuing this conversation. We'll take all that contact information, put it in our show notes, and get us out to the greater internet sphere, as you will. So at the end, thank you, and I appreciate you taking the time.
You got it, brother. Thanks, Chris. I appreciate it.
No worries. Hey, folks, you like what you heard, reach out to Michael and I. Love to connect with you on LinkedIn, other forms of social media. Check out Bravetto and see what they're doing. They can, if you're in that blue ocean and you're looking for those big fish, they may be able to get you to catch one and bring them in the boat, if not 5 or 6 more. So check us all out. We'll see you at our next segment, and live with gratitude.